So what was it like being back out there?
It was exciting. It's been a long time coming, and just to be like literally just running on that grass, and then just seeing everybody around me getting a little warm up in. Just from there on out, it was just an awesome experience. It was like I was a young guy again, just being out there. Just the level of intensity that I had to bring back. I definitely had to bring it back in the beginning too, because you can see kind of guys. Some guys are kind of shy getting back, so I had to step up in that role and try to get everybody in, try to get their just like I used to do, just bring everybody up.
A year ago this time we talked to you. We talked to you the first day of camp last year, and I know you had felt the injury a little bit before that. Mm-hmm. Compared this time last year to this time this year, how different do you feel?
Well, I went through surgery in January, and everything that Dr. Lewis, our trainers, everybody, the process that they had set up for me, I followed it every single day since after surgery, and everything's been following step by step. We knew I was going to start doing some things in July, start running a little bit, and in August, during fall camp, they're going to throw me in a little bit and see how things were going. And today was a really good step into what we want to see me come out of as soon as Florida State comes.
You went through a few of those drills, but I even heard some of the guys at one point in time kind of shouting David's
name. Yeah, I have my own little personal cheerleader group in the back, but no, the guys are excited to see me out there. I'm excited to be out there with them. So yeah, you definitely see Coach D's always asking me how are you doing. Louis, all my guys around me always asking, and it just feels good to be back.
Carson was saying the plan's kind of for you to be ready to go against Florida State, not to do a full practice right now. I mean, how is that tough for you? You're out there, you want to go full go, but do you have to kind of take it easy early on?
Yeah, like I said, him and Dr. Lewis, our trainers, they had a process that they wanted me to follow since day one. And if that's what he sees, then that's what I'm going to follow.
What are your goals for yourself this year?
Lose weight after surgery. That was pretty tough. Lose a couple pounds. Step up in my leadership role. It doesn't matter if it's my 6th year, my 1st year, 2nd year. I had to just treat it like I was my first time back. So my mentality was having that I'm the third string, got to get back to it, got to physically, mentally get back to what I was doing before. And honestly, goal was to be out here the first day of practice and get some things in, and that's what I did.
Horst said there was kind of week to week last year. It was sort of uncertain where you were at or what was going on. So what exactly was the injury, and what was that like for sort of not really knowing week to week where you were going to be and if you were going to be ready to go?
Well, it was an Achilles tendon tear. I got it sometime in July during one of our workouts, and even then, back in last fall, it was the same thing. Whatever the doctor said I needed to do rehab-wise, or me and Coach Harsin communicated every week, seeing how I felt and things like that. And he wanted what was best for me. So we got through the season, sat down, talked about it, and we kind of knew that we were going to apply for that medical red shirt. So then after surgery, we were just waiting for that whole process to start again.
Was it just a partial tear and they're hoping it would heal? Is that why
yeah,
they
that's
surgery
exactly
right away?
Yes, sir. That's exactly
Did it get worse or just never got better?
I don't know. Going into Oklahoma State, it felt pretty good. The best it's been since I got injured, but it felt pretty good. And part of me just wanted to be out there with our guys too, especially a big game like that. So I might have rushed it a little bit, but we're here now, got everything settled. First day of practice today felt good. So.
Was there a decision to be made at all to come back this year, or was it a no-brainer for you that you wanted to come back?
As soon as I heard the news about what was going on with my Achilles, yeah, there was a no-brainer. I wanted to come back and leave, set the tone again. So yeah.
How weird was last year? Just the fact that it was week to week. Like that we were asking Harsin every week, is Moba going to play? Moba going to play? You played, and it's like, oh, is Moba going to play again? No. So what was it like just having to deal with that? The fact that you didn't probably even know until a certain point that you weren't going to be playing.
Yeah, just as a player, you're just no matter what's going through your body, you're just really anxious to get back out there. I mean, I was Coach K, Coach Harsin, Coach Alvarez. I was always in their ear trying to be like, oh, I'm back. But they knew what was best for me, and like I said, we sat down and talked about it, and like that feeling like you just want to get back out there, keep playing with your brothers, especially in crucial moments, especially that last championship game. You want to be part of it. So it was tough, but it's definitely giving me a chip on my shoulder, and some things that I need to get done this year.
And what was this your off season like for you? Because for me, I saw you give like a pep talk to a bunch of spellers at the spelling bee, and then I saw you cheering on your teammates at pro day. Yeah. So you really got to kind of get out in the community.
Yeah, for sure, because I couldn't do spring ball because I was still recovering from my Achilles tendon surgery. So I took it as more free time to go out in the community, help out with the people who come watch our games, things like that. Meet our donors, say what's up to them. Get to know some of the guys I never got to know. I'm pretty sure we went bowling with some of the wide receivers, John Hightower, Billy Bowens. Got to just something I've never done before with other players, other positions, and I got to get that handled during the spring. So it was a fun time getting to know everybody and just learning, being closer to the game, figuring out how our defense works all around.
Spencer was saying yesterday, he's been telling me he wants to see 2016 David Moa again. You know, I mean, can you get back to that level? I mean, can you be that guy again this year?
I mean, that's the goal, but I'm just taking day by day. Yes, sir.
There's a bunch of guys in the same boat as you coming back off of serious injuries out there. Mentally, how hard is that? You know, probably got to rebuild trust in your body a little bit. How difficult is that to get back in the flow of things?
I say with the trainers we have and the program they have set up for us, it's actually pretty fun. Just knowing that you're going to get back sooner or later. And the people who were injured with me last year, like I said before, it just gives us a chip on the shoulder to show what we got this year.
Well, I mean, I guess more like, what's it like going out there? And I mean, do you have to kind of rebuild it, kind of trust your body a little bit?
You definitely have to get here like an hour and a half earlier than you usually do just to get your body right, especially my old self. Getting here, I got time kind of limited, be an hour and a half here earlier, get my calf, Achilles, everything warmed up.
What do you remember about that Oklahoma State game? And I mean, it had been a pretty big high and a pretty big low. Did you re-injure yourself in that game?
Yeah, it was the very last play I was in. I felt the same thing that happened when I injured it during training at Camel's Back. Okay. It happened right then and there, but those first 12, 13 plays I was in before felt really good. So it was just one of those things where I wasn't fully ready, but just kind of went with it.
I was gonna say, once you got in, like there's like immediate action kind of that came at you, and even I think the first time you're on the field, the tackle jumped off sides too.
Yeah. I don't know. I like to talk a little smack when I'm out there. So as soon as I came out there, I let them know who's here.
What were you doing at Camel's Back when you got hurt?
Just going up that hill.
Running up the hill?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
David, having to watch from afar, what's the biggest thing you learned last season?
How to be a leader off the field, for sure. That's something that I definitely needed to do, or for something that really needed to happen, because you just see everything from a different perspective, and you can see the mistakes some people are making, and you won't be in at that time, so you take them to the sideline and tell them, dude, you could have probably done this a little bit better or something else, just like that. So that's something I definitely adjusted to.
Carson mentioned yesterday that the seniors were going to meet up last night for dinner at his house and kind of talk about the goals that you guys had for the season and how you were going to get there. Anything that stood out from that talk, or things?
Yeah, we had Darren College, former BSU player, played 9 years in the NFL, and just all around, just a blue collar guy. And he just talked to us about his story, the sacrifices he had to do to get to where he was at, and he challenged us to do the same thing, but bring a lot of people around us together. And that's something the seniors took to heart. You definitely saw in some of the guys today who brought some younger guys in, got here a little bit earlier, and it was just different out there today. It wasn't like a first day of fall camp where everybody's all tired, nervous. We definitely set the tone for the next upcoming days.
You know, last year was supposed to be your senior year, and you're going through this injury. How hard was it not to just kind of pack it in? Because one thing that Harsin said yesterday too was that when David Moe was at practice, we practice better. And he kind of echoed that through a few different, things that you guys do throughout the off season. So how hard was it not to pack it in, and then what is it like to hear that from your head coach?
Yeah, like I was saying before, it was just same thing with games, was practice too, because last year my mentality was this was my last year, like you said, and every day it was like, dang, this might be my last meeting, my last practice, but I'm not playing. So I definitely had to take all that in, but knowing that there was going to be a chance was the reason why I kept coming here fighting. And third downs, even though I wasn't in, I was always the one yelling, trying to bring the crowd in. During game days, I was always the one waving my towel the hardest, or just trying to do whatever I can. And then now this year, I'm back in that role, so I'm just excited for what's gonna come.
So how does that kind of change the mindset or the attitude, I guess, knowing that you have this extra chance you weren't sure you were going to get, and I guess now you really want to make the most of this year here?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you said. I'm just happy to be out there. The guys left and right of me, the people behind me. Some of these guys were freshmen when I first got here, and now we're all the same year somehow, some way. So it's just I'm just gonna take everything in one day at a time, one practice at a time, and when that time comes, everybody will be fulfilled.
Thanks, David.